Games. Merriam-Webster defines a game as a physical or mental competition conducted according to rules with the participants in direct opposition to each other. They come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, but all of these games have something in common. They are played with other people, or computers meant to simulate other people. Games have always served to connect people, either through teamwork or competition. But does, let's say, an old board game and a new media game connect people in the same way or to the same degree? Are games played in person able to connect us better than Xbox, Facebook, or mobile games can? To answer these deliciously fascinating questions, I turned to some friends of mine to get their thoughts on the matter. Hi, Claire.
Hi, Josh.
Do you play games?
Sometimes.
Sometimes?
Not all the time.
How often would you say you play games?
Depends on the game. Like a game on my phone, I might play once a day. Handheld game or a console game, probably not as often.
Okay. Do you play games?
I do.
If so, which you do, how much time would you say that you dedicate to playing games?
Well, it used to be a lot more. I don't have that kind of time anymore, so probably, I don't know, maybe an hour a day.
Hour a day? Okay. Hi, Grandma.
Hi, Joshua.
So, do you play games?
I do.
Okay. How much time would you say you dedicate to playing games?
Daily?
Yeah, on a daily basis.
Oh, maybe about a half hour.
A half hour? Okay. What kind of games do you play? Board games, puzzle games, competitive games?
Board games, when there's people to play them with, but mostly it's online mobile games.
What kind of games do you play? Meaning board games, puzzle games, competitive games?
Competitive games online. I usually do it before I go to sleep.
Like what?
Like gin.
Like gin.
Competitive
Okay.
gin.
Like a card game.
Yes, card
Okay.
game.
I am a word game person,
Word games. Like what?
like Scrabble,
Okay.
Wordscape,
Yeah.
and there's another one on the telephone that I like to play. I don't know the name of it. See, this is where Grandma gets dumb. Okay. Anyway,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
So I'm a word game
Okay.
person. Yes.
Sure.
I like to find the word in the
Uh-huh.
Yes. Okay.
Do you mostly play these kinds of games with people in person? Or do you play through a device of some kind? If only one of the two, have you ever tried the other?
I have played in person and over the internet with people.
Do you prefer one kind?
It's, I think, more fun when you're playing with someone in person because you have that connection with them.
Do you mostly play these games with people in person? Or do you play it through a device of some kind? If only one of the two, have you ever tried the other one? We'll get to that second, but...
I only play on a device. I don't play in person.
You don't play
with
in person?
anyone.
Okay.
Not right now, no.
Yeah. Okay. But, so what kind of device do you play it with?
My phone.
You just through your phone. Okay, cool. So, let's see. Do you mostly play these games with people, or maybe not right now currently, but in your past? Do you mostly play these games with people, or do you play them through a device of some kind, like a phone or a tablet or something?
Actually, we would play. My husband and I, Papa, and I would play with two other couples Scrabble at least twice a week. And it was the board game Scrabble, and we would keep it ongoing. And
How long
yeah,
did you do that
very
for?
enjoyable. We did that for about 5 years straight, and we never missed a day because we all loved to play Scrabble, and
That's
the men
awesome.
were so competitive that they didn't want to miss it either.
Yeah, that's cool. Do you feel connected to others when you play these games?
In person,
Yeah.
when it's online, it's the level of separation there, so...
Do you feel any connection?
Somewhat, but I don't really know any of the people online, so it's just that we're playing the same game.
Okay. Do you feel connected to others when you play these games? So I'm assuming you're playing with other people?
Yeah, I am playing with other people. Not really connected, but I can be irritated with them as though I was at the same table playing with them or something.
Right. So you wouldn't say that you're like...
I'm judging someone that I don't know who they are.
Right. But you wouldn't say that like you're building any friendships, but you might be irritated by them.
Yeah, you don't build friendships either, but you can have some cool opponents that you can send like happy faces to, and
Okay.
different kind of emotions, not emojis, but
Right.
happy, sad, excited.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess those are emojis.
No, I know what you mean. You do play some of those games on your phone though now.
Now I play on my phone,
Okay.
and my friend comes over, and we do play Scrabble, the board game.
Oh, okay. So
But
she
we
still comes
fin-
over.
We finish the game, and then we put it away. And then the next time that she feels like it, or we have time in the schedule, then we play. Yeah.
Okay. So would you say there's a difference in the level you are connected to others when you play a game in person versus through a new media device like a phone, tablet, computer, or console? I suppose you already answered that, but
Yeah, kind of. Well, like I said, you have that connection in person when you're in the same room as them, and rather than just over a cell phone.
like an avatar or something like that.
Yeah.
Right. Would you say that there is a difference in the level that you are connected with others when you play a game in person versus through these new media devices like a phone, tablet, computer, etc.?
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, it's bonding when you play with somebody in person. You're not really bonding with anyone online because there's no faces or anything, no names, no communication other than you're both playing the same game.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's when we sit and play as with someone else, or a group of us play, the camaraderie that we get at this time in our life, at this time in our life when we're retired and we don't go to a job and whatever, it's all about the neighbor. It's all about the friend who comes over, and we get enjoyment out of sharing, being together. We laugh, we make up stupid words that aren't even in the dictionary, and we don't care, we count them anyway. I said we just have fun. And when you reach a certain age and you have a lot of alone time, that is more uplifting than anything you can imagine. So yes, having a partner, a person, a group there to share the game, share the laughter, share the moments is wonderful. And we're doing good because we're expanding our little minds that don't want to expand anymore.
Yeah. Do you prefer one over the other?
Depends on my mood. Both have their pluses and minuses, but generally speaking, I'd rather play with people in person.
But it's like a little easier to play online.
It's more
probably.
convenient to play online,
Yeah.
but
And ask for interview consent.
you have my consent.
Okay. I'll make you sign the thing anyways.
Sounds good.
Cool. So do you prefer one over the other?
They're just totally different.
Okay.
One's really fun when you're in person and you're bonding and you're spending time with your family and your friends, and the other one is just kind of like my time to just chill and get my brain into just
So they
sleep
almost
mode.
So
They're
they almost
totally
serve different purposes. Like, in a
Yes,
way.
absolutely.
Okay. Cool. And then I have to ask for your consent for this interview. So do you consent to this interview?
I consent to this interview.
Alrighty. So the last question is just, do you? It sounds like you do, but do you prefer one over the other? Do you prefer in-person games versus on your phone? Do you think that sometimes the phone game might be good for some things and not other things? Like, yeah.
First of all, I will tell you that I use the phone games in the evening to help me fall asleep or get tired and restful, that I start to fall asleep, and then that's when I use my phone games. That's the only time at night, just before, which they tell you is you shouldn't do. But anyway, I do it. But the fact that my joy, as in many people, that I have met, in this community, our joy is to have a house full of friends from 8 to 8. That's our waking hours, 8 to 8. Just have people come in and stop. So yes, you can't get enough of that as you progress through life. When you're younger, things are different. You're busy, you're building a life, you're owning a home, you're having children, and you need to sustain yourself and whoever belongs to you, and beyond that, the extended families and stuff. But as you get older, things go in the circle of life, whatever, and yeah, you get a lot of free time. So when the doorbell rings, it's like, oh yeah, you capture that person for about 8 hours. No, let's do this. So yes, it is all about, at this time in my life, at this age, us seniors really, really love the company, love the games. Yeah, I keep it limited because I don't know how to play cards. Never learned. But the Scrabble, there's a lot of people that love to play Scrabble, so yeah.
Alrighty, well, thank you. The last thing I have to do is ask for your consent for this interview.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, very cool. And we're done. That's it.
There you go.
Clearly, everyone finds time in their day for one form of game or another. Based on these interviews, people play both in-person old media games and new media games, but for different purposes. When one desires connection to others, in-person games offer much more value. Indeed, it is almost as if the game is more of a social lubricant, meant to offer a pretense for social interaction itself. New media games seem to offer something different. The connection to others is not as substantial, but they serve to center and relax oneself, creating a more introspective mood. It has less to do with the other people one is playing with, and more to do with looking inwards. I think there is a clear distinction in purpose between old media and new media games, even if they might be similar, or might seem similar.